like nature, we can use autumn as a reminder to release and prepare for reflection, hibernation, some of that turning inward. Many often think of autumn as the time of letting go, which can be true. And it's also a really wonderful time to remind ourselves to just let be. So it doesn't have to be this pressure of letting go, but sometimes when we can let things be, that gives us more freedom to let go or to let be in ways that feel true for us and kind of provide the space for new growth and what is coming ahead in the next season. So the other thing about autumn is season of didactic. So a lot of times the weather is starting to cool down outside, and so we bring warmth inside through either scents or food or the heat in our homes, fires. So even though it's chilly on the outside, a lot of times we turn that warmth inward for some of that comfort and reflection. We can feel both the warmth of the sun during the day and then also feel the tickle of a frost in the air or that light autumn breeze. So as we do this meditation, what I invite you to do is it could be helpful for you to consider some of those opposites that are currently happening in your own life, those places of tension and then also of relaxation that exists side by side in harmony, and some of that didactic that we can experience internally, personally, but then also is true for this season. So the last final reminder I wanted to give is that autumn is not about letting go of everything. It's rather more about allowing the world to move forward in that continual progression. So if we think about the season, this is all, it's not, autumn is not the end of something. It is just part of that cyclical experience. It's the next stage for the next season, and accepting the way our lives move forward and change, and how that looks differently in any season that we're in. So this is a guided visual meditation. So I would encourage you, if it feels comfortable, to find a comfortable seat, whether that be seated in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. If you would prefer to sit with your back against the wall or sit on the floor so you feel grounded, you can lie down on the ground if that feels right for you this morning. Just whatever you need in this moment. You can close your eyes if you would like. That you don't have to, though. That's just an invitation if that feels uncomfortable, or if you're still feeling a little sleepy at 8:35 this morning. So just settle in a little bit. Maybe take a deep inhale and a long exhale to let your body settle into this moment. On your next inhale and then exhale, try to drop your shoulders away from your ears just a little bit further. Release whatever tension you might be holding in your jaw. Maybe drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And each time you exhale, let go of just a little bit of tension you might be holding somewhere in your body. Take a moment to relax all those micro muscles around your eye sockets, your brow, your temples. And just really settle in. Let your body melt into your seat. And as you do, start to envision yourself standing inside a room, facing a door. Feel yourself walk up to that door and open it to face an outdoor view where there's a colorful autumn landscape with hundreds of trees and leaves and bright reds and golds. Maybe some are still green, not yet changed, while others have become crisp and brown around the edges. As you look a little further, you see that water is babbling down a shallow stream. just deep enough where you can see stones and sediment at the very bottom where the water travels over. Maybe you notice leaves floating down and collecting along the edges. Notice yourself come to a perfect spot to sit, somewhere comfortable and dry that's close to the water so you can hear it as it runs by. Take a deep breath of that crisp bottom air. Let it fill your lungs with just a sting of coldness. The scent of water, leaves, and grasses around you. Feel the warmth of the afternoon sun on your face. The heat of summer is gone, and in its place is a wonderfully pleasant day, just warm enough for comfort and cool enough to invigorate. As the breeze blows around you, notice the way that it coaxes leaves to let go of their branches and float to the ground below. Some take a direct path, others drift and sway in the wind, spinning and twirling as they make their way down. Others still do not fall at all, but rather continue to hold on to the branches they grew from, not quite ready to take flight. They've allowed themselves to change colors alongside their fellows, but are not ready for the descent ahead. They just be. The yellows become orange, orange is red, and the leaves on the ground become more brown. But still, the leaves on this tree hold, bracing for change. Lean into this moment just a little further. As you breathe in and out, bring to mind something that you've been holding on to, something you may not quite be ready to let go of. Maybe you just need to let it be. Maybe this was at one point a blossom that you cherished in the spring of its existence, that you watched unfurl and grow, and that has now exchanged its green for gold. This is not something bad or wrong, and yet the time has come for it to change. Take a deep breath, the deepest breath you have taken thus far, and visualize what it might be like to let that leaf go, even if it's not ready yet. This thing has not entirely disappeared or let go of. It's just joined all the other things that you've grown with and learned from, and now ready to let be. If it chooses to stay on that branch, let it be there. And if it feels right to watch it fall to the ground and join the others, let that happen. For a moment longer, enjoy the autumn world around you. Again, focus on the warmth of the sun and the chill of the breeze, the distinct scent of leaves and earth and water. When you're ready, leave the side of the river, walking back towards the door you entered through. Step back inside, taking care to close the door behind you, also realizing that it's there and available to you anytime. You can always return to this autumn world by the river with the trees of red and gold. Return your focus to your breath, breathing in and out, soft and slow at a pace that feels comfortable for you. And when you're ready, we'll welcome you back to this space. And as always, any thoughts, observations are welcome.